Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. The role of asset integrity and concept of barriers in major hazard risk control is not well understood. This was one of the main findings from Key Program 3 Asset Integrity Program that was prepared by HSE between 2004 and 2007. This exercise has not been done since, and therefore it is unknown if this understanding improved. Today I'm going to talk about the expectations from integrity management, and I hope that during this presentation we will be able to find out if this statement is still true. So far today, Martin explained the principles of risk, and Shelley talked us through a risk matrix. Now I'd like to define asset integrity and asset integrity management, and for that purpose I'm going to use KP3 report as well. Asset integrity is the ability of an asset to perform its required function, and it is delivered by asset integrity management by ensuring that the people, systems, processes and resources are in place. So how is the good integrity management with respect to static pressure equipment achieved? It's typically achieved by maintaining asset equipment and plan registers, by updating risk-based assessment for an equipment, and that includes assigning consequence of failure, defining likely degradation mechanisms, and identifying mitigation measures that could stop or prevent the degradation, by updating routine scheme of examination with new frequency and new due date, and thanks to that we are able to plan our inspection and monitoring activities short and long term, by inspection and monitoring enactment, by identifying areas of anomalies and planning their rectification, and finally by data management. So who is behind all of those tasks? It's the integrity management team with an integrity engineer as a team leader. Here I used a sample of organizational chart just to show the structure of integrity management team. Green color represents the core team, while the amber one represents strongly related positions. Even this simplified organogram can very easily demonstrate how many different disciplines are involved within integrity management. Everyday work for people on those positions is slightly different, and therefore the education and experience background is also different. Because of those differences, we thought that it might be an interesting exercise to find out what people on those positions expect from integrity management. For that reason, we performed a little survey across different disciplines within the integrity management, and we asked one question: what do you expect from integrity management? So let's have a look at replies. Integrity engineers expect from integrity management to have safe operations with no leaks and no failures, as well as to minimize risk to asset and personnel. Production engineer expects from integrity management to be able to evaluate risk. Process engineer expects to prevent failure of platform. Mechanical engineer expects to have no integrity failures on the asset. Corrosion engineers expect from integrity management to manage the risk and to have safe, predictable production at optimized cost. Safety engineer expects safety on the asset. Pipeline engineer expects the same, safe operations. Inspection engineer expects from integrity management to have a confidence that completed inspections were performed correctly and also to have confidence in the management of repairs. Inspection company manager, however, expects that integrity management understands limitations of available inspection techniques. Repair company manager expects that integrity management chooses the right repair solution for a given issue. Chemist expects a good control of asset integrity. FM coordinator expects to have a 1-year plan and 5-year plan. Straight to the point, but it is all to protect the asset integrity and therefore to minimize safety and business risks. Operations lead expects that gas is kept safely in pipes. Project managers expect clear visibility and demonstration of control, that integrity threats to an asset are identified and understood, to know asset risks, that integrity management is able to transfer large data into meaningful recommendations for people outside of the subject area, and to communicate the risk level of known integrity anomalies. Economists expect that an asset is competently managed. And last but not least, asset manager expects from integrity management to minimize a business risks. Now I'd like to present also Stewardship Expectations, and that's Production Optimization Implementation Guide. It was prepared by Oil and Gas Authority in 2017. There is a section called Production Threats and Opportunities Assessment, including a process for identifying production critical equipment and maintenance requirements. We can find here that stewardship expectations are to have a system in place for identifying production threats, as well as for identifying, maintaining and monitoring critical production equipment. Oil and Gas Authority expects a systematic approach to ensure that production is protected, in simple terms, to minimize a business risk. Overall outcome from our survey, including Oil and Gas Authority, is that we all expect integrity management to manage risk. Deeper analysis of replies shows that some professions are more interested in managing a safety risk, and here the perfect example is a safety engineer, some other in business risk like asset manager. However, majority is somewhere in between, and that's integrity, process or production engineers. Interesting is also that third-party contractors primarily expect from integrity management to share an asset knowledge. And that makes sense, because without the asset knowledge, they are unable to, first of all, understand the threat to an asset, and then they are not able to provide any solution or mitigation. They also highlighted a need of ability to communicate risk. I started today with one of the main findings from the KP3 report. And now, after presenting all comments, I think at least survey disciplines do understand the role of asset integrity in risk control. And here I'd like to leave you with something to think about. Are you sure that your integrity management understands risk in the same way, understands how to use a risk matrix, and understands how to manage risk. Thank you.